Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gaurav, and today we are starting a new series. We'll dive into a new topic which is TestRigor. So TestRigor is one of the smartest no-code automation platform out there. If you are tired of writing thousands of Selenium lines or debugging broken locators every sprint, this video is for you. By the end of this video, you will understand what TestRigor is, how it works, and why it's becoming a game changer in QA automation. So let's begin. So for this video, we will cover the below mentioned topics. What's what is a test trigger? Why test trigger matters in modern QA world? What are the key features of test trigger? What are the use cases of it? And I will just show you a quick demo of how a test trigger looks like, how we can execute the test scripts in test trigger. So let's try to understand why TestRigor has come into the picture. So basically, TestRigor is a no-code test automation platform that lets testers write, execute, and maintain tests in plain English language. So instead of writing scripts in a Selenium, Cypress, or APM, you simply describe the actions. So for example, I can give an example like clicking on login button, enter email as the text, and the third will be like verify text contains welcome back. So these are kind of one of few of the examples which we can write, and we can execute that without writing any script for that. So test trigger understands these natural language commands and executes them across web, mobile, and API applications too. Traditional automation frameworks require developers to code and maintain large test suites, so every UI change could break scripts, leading to costly maintenance. So that's why we need a platform which will help us to just quickly write and execute the scripts without using any code for that. So this is the website for TestRigor, testrigor.com, and if you can see, it's written number one generative AI based test automation tool. So here it is written that with TestRigor, you can use free-flowing plain English to build test automation. That's what I've mentioned before. So it will understand and execute your instruction. So yeah, this is one of the example, like enter Kindle into search, press enter, click Kindle, click add to cart. This is one of a high level example. So yeah, this is the website, and we can test mobile, web, desktop, API, email, SMS plus phone calls, 2FA, mainframe testing as well. So yeah, this is a new way of building the code. Writing a plain English test representing what new functionality is supposed to do. Trigger code generation. Our system will ensure that the generated code compiles and runs, making the test case green. So let's go to why test trigger. So it's an executive specification engine designed to allow anyone on your team to build, maintain, and understand tests created and executed in plain English. So this is what it's emphasizing, that we can write the tests in plain English. We don't need any code or any knowledge of code or writing a script to write an uh, test and execute it. So it can be done with plain English language only. So this we provide a Chrome plugin also to speed up the test creation, and our AI powered system dramatically reduces test maintenance to a bare minimum and autonomously generates tests that reflects your end user's behavior. So yeah, so this is one of an example where it's login in, clicking on few, doing some actions, clicking on this case, selecting provider, enter provider name. Yeah. For manual tests, this is very important because Selenium test does not represent how users interact with the app. With the app, your team tried Selenium but were killed by the test maintenance. Yeah, that's true. Expertise in product usage but not in coding. UI changes too quickly to catch up. Yeah. So if there are any UI changes that changes frequently, I think automation with Selenium will not help in that. Full-time QA engineer to build 100 tests per year. Okay. So full-time QA engineer to maintain 200 tests per year. Yeah, that this is the right platform for that. Dev time is eaten up by constant test failure in investigations. Manual QA team does not understand automated test failures. Yeah. So there are some failures which we get while the automated scripts gets failed. So not not all the QAs will understand that. I think that this is the best platform for them. Main benefits of using TestRigor: generate tests to reflect how user interact with your application. Focus on your product, not code. UI changes does not affect test cases. 20x less time to create tests with our Chrome extension. Yeah, that's true. 99.5% less time maintaining test in TestRigor compared to Selenium. So it uh, mm, commits that it will take less time in maintaining the test compared to the Selenium. So in the coming videos, we'll actually see how far it is true. Manual QA and non-QA can now understand test failures, because I think the test failures which will be mentioned here will be very much simpler and would be easily to fix. 30 minutes or less to retest all functionality with parallel testing. Okay. So they have also given a comparison how TestRigor compares coverage 10% manual testing, and for TestRigor it's 90 plus percent. Okay, so under every parameter I think TestRigor is beneficial as per this table. Testability. So basically this is uh, much better than any other tool which we have used, or even in manual testing. TestRigor versus manual testing. It provides more coverage, reduces testing time, costs less, increases stability, and moves faster. TestRigor versus automation does more than script automation, survives UI framework changes, increases stability, provides maximum coverage, saves hours of daily test maintenance, achieves speed at scale. So yeah, this is some comparison they have given, and they have also given the comparison with the record and play tool. So yeah, that's pretty much about what is a test trigger and why we are using test trigger. This is another tab on features, top features, where they have mentioned what are the main features of test trigger. So let's check that. So we can generate tests based on our own documented test cases using generative AI for testing. So it utilizes plain English to enable anyone to understand test, and purely like reducing reliance on locators. So we can import test cases for execution from TestRail as well. This is one of the advantages when we work with TestRigor. Native desktop texting. Okay, this is one support. It supports native desktop testing. It supports web testing on desktop and mobile across 3000 plus combination of browsers and devices on multiple operating systems. Facilitates mobile testing, provides an easy method to test mails with renderings to see how they function, supports 2FA login, allow API testing, conducts data-driven testing with datasets support. Yeah, this is one of the important features they have, where they can like it's feasible to conduct data-driven testing with dataset support. Yeah, so there are multiple features they have mentioned. So yeah, so we have a tab of case studies. So they have given some case studies like where it has been used, uh, in which organization it has been used, and it has been properly implemented. So yeah, you can go through it. What are their customers reviews and all, everything has been mentioned on this under this case studies tab. So yeah, so I would say like TestRigor is ideal for the agile teams looking to shift left testing. QA engineers focusing on test coverage, not code. It is perfect for them. Business users validating workflows, and yeah, enterprises seeking faster regression cycle. So usually the regression takes a lot of time to complete because we are doing an end-to-end execution of all the test cases which are present. We are testing everything. So for enterprises who needs to reduce their regression cycle and to make it complete faster, I think this is the best tool for them. So there is an option to sign up and log in, and we can request for a demo also. So yeah, these things we will see in the next video. For now, if you can see in this video, they have given a demo how the test trigger looks like. So if you can see, there is a tab for test cases, test suits for each test case. They are and adding up the steps uh, and loading into a test case. So these steps are written in plain English, if you can see. Yeah, so I think after that we can execute each test, and obviously we can execute the entire test suite also. So all these things we will see in the next video. So guys, that's your first look at this test trigger. In the next video, we will actually create and execute your first real test case using plain English command using the tool test trigger. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the other parts of the series which will be uploading soon. So yeah, thanks for watching.